Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
World CBS News, com. November 1, 1918 America, New York. Leaders risk climate catastrophe without action. Time is running out to avoid the worst catastrophes of climate change. Mark Phillips reports on what's at stake if world leaders fail to act now. World CBS News, com. November 1, 1918 America, New York. President Biden urges action at climate summit. At a UN climate conference, President Biden and other world leaders were confronted with dire warnings from around the globe about climate change. Nancy Cordes reports.
Time: November 1, 1904 America, New York. The Supreme Court may rule against Texas in abortion cases. But Roe v. Wade still isn't safe. Just 10 days ago, the Supreme Court decided to fast-track its consideration of Texas's unprecedented abortion law, SB 8, which bans most abortions in Texas after 6 weeks, and gives private citizens the power to enforce that ban through civil lawsuits accompanied by the prospect of sizable damages.
BBC News World. November 1, 1903 America, New York. Day of the Dead Parade returns to Mexico City after COVID. The James Bond-inspired carnival fills Mexico City with skeletons, dancers and giant sculptures.
RT World News. November 1, 1902 America, New York. No more blah blah blah. Greta Thunberg drops F-bombs demanding more climate action as Biden appears to fall asleep at COP26. Greta Thunberg's rants against world leaders have escalated, as the teen environmental activist has graduated from saying, "How dare you," in a UN speech to using explicit language outside the COP26 climate summit in Scotland.
November 1, 1853 America, New York. COVID survivor regrets burden he put on medical staff since he wasn't vaccinated. After battling COVID-19 for almost a month and being released from Harborview Medical Center in Seattle, Richard Solis returned to the hospital in late October.
New York Times World News. November 1, 1848 America, New York. Queen Elizabeth urges climate action in COP26 video. The 95-year-old monarch gave her address by video, after doctors advised her to rest and not go to the summit. Prince Charles attended and delivered a similar message. A reception in Glasgow on Monday where attendees, including members of the royal family, top right, watched the Queen's video message.
BBC News World. November 1, 1843 America, New York. Dr. Aaron Beck, cognitive behavioral therapy pioneer, dies aged 100. Dr. Aaron Beck's work is considered revolutionary worldwide for the treatment of mental health.
Time: November 1, 1828 America, New York. India sets a surprise net zero goal for 2070. India will reach net zero emissions by 2070, Prime Minister Narendra Modi pledged Monday in his speech at the opening of the COP26 UN Climate Summit, a target that climate advocates recognized as further off than is ideal but potentially transformative for the world's third largest emitter.
November 1, 1817 America, New York. Facebook whistleblower Zuckerberg should step down as CEO. Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen said Monday she believes the company would be stronger if founder Mark Zuckerberg stepped down as chief executive. November 1, 1758 America, New York. Here are the major 2021 races to watch. Voters across the country head to the polls Tuesday to decide a series of races that will test the national political landscape and the direction of the Democratic Party a year into Joe Biden's presidency.
Time: November 1, 1746 America, New York. Senator Joe Manchin wavers support on Joe Biden's sweeping policy plan. Washington. Senator Joe Manchin wavered Monday on his support for President Joe Biden's sweeping $1.75 trillion domestic policy proposal, saying instead it's time to vote on a slimmer $1 trillion infrastructure package that has stalled amid talks.
Fox World News. November 1, 1742 America, New York. Britain issues 48-hour deadline in France fishing dispute. Britain has issued a hardline stance in a fishing dispute with France, stating that the European nation has 48 hours to back down or face an escalating trade dispute. November 1, 1730 America, New York. Bravo announces The Real Housewives of Dubai. Dubai better get ready because Bravo's Real Housewives is headed there next.
Time. November 1, 1729 America, New York. Supreme Court justices sound a skeptical note over Texas abortion law. Abortion rights advocates came away from the U.S. Supreme Court hearing Monday with a glimmer of hope. At least 2 conservative justices who had previously allowed Texas's 6-week abortion law, the most restrictive in the nation, to go into effect, raised questions about the law's unique structure.
Mirror World News. November 1, 1728 America, New York. 3 Egypt hotel workers detained after almost 50 tourists struck by food poisoning. 3 workers at a 5-star hotel in the Egyptian city of Hurghada have been detained after 47 tourists were hospitalized with food poisoning. The hotel has now reportedly shut.
New York Times World News. November 1, 1725 America, New York. Nigeria building collapse kills at least 4 with many more trapped. As many as 100 workers were feared trapped at a construction site in Lagos, where building collapses are common, with contractors using shoddy materials and regulations often not enforced. The police and rescue workers at the construction site of a 21-story apartment building that collapsed in Lagos, Nigeria, on Monday.
November 1, 1714 America, New York. Russia moved up to level 4, the CDC's highest risk category, along with 3 other countries. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention added Russia to its list of very high-risk travel destinations this week.
New York Times World News. November 1, 1713 America, New York. Your Tuesday briefing. Leaders forcefully call for action at COP26. President Joe Biden attends the opening session of the COP26 conference in Glasgow on Monday.
November 1, 1712 America, New York. Here's what caused the surge in Russia. Moscow will impose a 10-day lockdown from next week in an effort to curb soaring COVID-19 cases, the city's mayor has said, as Russia endures its worst-ever phase of the pandemic. November 1, 1710 America, New York. Federal regulators want to slap bank-like rules on stablecoins. Regulators have long been circling cryptocurrencies. Now they have a new target, stablecoins. November 1, 1704 America, New York. Poll. 30% of Republicans say violence may be justified to save U.S. In an interview with CNN's Jake Tapper, CEO and founder of the Public Religion Research, Robert P. Jones attributes 30% of Republicans believing violence may be justified to save the U.S. to former President Trump's Make America Great Again messaging.